attention that some of you don't know if AliExpress is legit and how to use it to your benefit. AliExpress can be a little bit daunting just because it is unlike any other shopping platform I've ever used. But once you get the hang of it, it's an amazing tool. So I'm going to be using my phone because I feel like it's the easiest way to really show you guys how to use AliExpress. Firstly, I really recommend downloading the app. I know I hate downloading apps too, but trust me, the app is way more streamlined than the website. The website can be a little bit confusing. It feels like things are everywhere. The mobile app has a very simple user face and kind of pares down the look of everything so you're not so overwhelmed. So this is what the app looks like. I usually come to AliExpress with something specific in mind. So you can type it in the search bar. So let's type in heeled sandals. And then a whole bunch of options will come up. The thing about AliExpress is that it's not just one store. AliExpress is just a website that hosts multiple vendors that sell their own products. So it's kind of like Amazon in a way. While Amazon does have their own brand of stuff, AliExpress does not. The difference between Amazon and AliExpress is that you can get duplicates of things that you probably couldn't find on Amazon. Not to mention there's a huge price difference. There's a lot of things that I find on Amazon that I also see on AliExpress for a much lower price. I think a lot of people buy from AliExpress or Alibaba, which is similar to AliExpress, in bulk and then resell on sites like Etsy, Amazon, and stuff like that. You can find a whole bunch of designer dupes, but if you're not interested in that, AliExpress has tons of other options as well. I think these heels are really cute, so I'm going to put them in my cart. But first, before I do any of that, I'm going to scroll through all the photos. Now, you can just assume that the photos that are posted from the vendor are not their original photos. Most of the time they won't be, which is why checking out the reviews is so important. Right here, you can see these shoes have been ordered 696 times. So you can click on these stars. It'll take you to the customer reviews. This is where you find what the item is really going to look like. So you're going to really want to look at these photos and study them. And hopefully they have multiple customer reviews in different angles. But if an item has fewer reviews, maybe one picture, you're really taking a chance on what you're really going to get. In the reviews, you're going to find comments like size up because they're small or size down because they run large. These reviews are so golden. They really help other people with their shopping experience. You can even filter the reviews by photos or by country. The photo filter comes in handy when you're really just trying to get a look at what the item is really going to look like, and then the country comes in handy when you're trying to find out about sizing, because people from your country will have the same size system as you. Going out from the reviews, if you scroll down just a little bit, you'll find at the top is kind of a menu for the different parts of the page. Items have one very long page, and it's broken up by overview, reviews, description, and recommended items. So overview is just the top of the page. You're going to get an overview of the item. Reviews is going to take you to a little preview of what the reviews say. Then you can click on it and enter it. Description is where you're going to see photos, and maybe the seller has a little bit more information on the item. I usually don't use this section because everything I need is in the photos and in the reviews. And then recommended items just takes you to other items that you might be interested in. Okay, now going back up to the top. So if you click on the little photos, it'll take you to a selection where you can choose which item you want, what color you want it in, what size you need it in. So I'm going to choose the black ones, which are already selected. And then I'm going to do the size 40. Also, what's really important is to check out the size chart. The size chart is not the same across the board. Each vendor can have different items with different size charts, so it's really important that you check and make sure and have a tape measure on hand so that you make sure you're getting the right size. And I want one. You can buy multiple pairs. And at the bottom, it'll show you the shipping price, so you can include that into the price of the item. And before you even add to cart, it'll tell you if you bought it right now, what date it's estimated to get to you by. And then you click add to cart. Now going back to the home page, now in the upper right hand corner, you'll see a little camera with a magnifying glass. And this is exactly why you want to get the app and not use the website. Along with the interface being so much more simple and easy to use, you also have the ability to upload photos to AliExpress and use them to search for similar items. So if you click on the camera, it'll take you to your camera, and you can either snap a photo if you're right in front of the product, or if you're like me, I took a screenshot from Google. And when you bring up this bag, you'll see a ton of other bags that look exactly like it. This comes in handy if you don't know what to type, because AliExpress has some really random titles for items, or you're looking for a designer item, use this feature. Here you can see it immediately pulls up luggage and bags, but if you wanted to look for something that looks like that image but in apparel, you can check apparel. So you can see a whole bunch of sparkly sets, dresses, shirts. Or you can check out shoes, show you a whole bunch of sparkly shoes. And then you've got others, which will probably show you a variety of different things. Some of the titles on here are very interesting. Like if I click on this phone case, it says INS laser transparent silicone phone case for iPhone 12, 13 Pro Max, 11 Mini, XR, XS, 7, 8 Plus SE, 2022 3D flower wrist chain cover. Like, I'm not gonna type all of that into the search bar, but if I'm looking for this specific case and I've seen it on someone's Instagram or Pinterest, I will screenshot it and put it into here. Let's do an example. This is a cute dress. Clean it up just a little bit. We don't need the extra because I don't want to confuse the software. Open up that photo and it will give you a whole bunch of other recommendations that are very similar to what she's wearing. Going back to the home page, home is kind of a page that's customized to you. They will take a lot of the things that you've been looking at recently and give you other suggestions on things that they think you might like. And then in feed, there will be a whole bunch of random popular things that people might be looking at or reviewing. And this page has 3 tabs. So it's got inspiration, which is basically kind of the same as the home page. It's a lot of things that you've probably been looking at that they're suggesting that you might like. Then you've got following. If you're following any of the stores, you can get updates on certain items or if they have a sale going on, which is really nice. The live button is exactly as it sounds. People are on live, probably showing off some products, explaining how they work, store discounts, and so on and so forth. I like to use this inspiration page when I'm not really looking for anything and I'm just looking for inspiration, I guess. A lot of the posts will be from real people who bought the item. It's not just people selling things. And it's nice to actually scroll and know that that photo that you're looking at is genuine. Like, let's look at this. This is the Christian Dior tote, or you can see a pair of these. These are dupes of the Versace platform heels that everybody has. You can see some Naked Wolf boots. I mostly use AliExpress for finding clothes or accessories, but you can definitely use it to find anything, like from wigs to home decor to tech products. And then going to the middle button at the bottom of the screen, messages. These are honestly just full of ads that people send you. There'll be stores that you shopped at, stores that you've never even seen before. They'll just send you a message saying, hey, hun, we have a sale going on. Please check it out. I usually delete all of them. But this is also the place that your order confirmation will come in. So you'll get an order confirmation message in here, and those are the only messages that I like to keep. At the top left, you're gonna see order, and this is where all your orders are gonna be. You're gonna get a message here that your order is put in, that your order has shipped, that your order has arrived in your country, and that your order is on your door. So you're gonna get all 4 of those notifications for each item in this folder. And then to the right, in the middle, there's promotion. Honestly, these are also ads. I usually just come in here, open it up, and then close it out. And then activity, AliExpress has this thing where you can earn coins by playing games or watching ads, but honestly, let me just tell you, it's not worth it. You can like play for an hour, 2 hours, and you'll get like 100 coins and it'll be 1 penny. To me, it's not worth it. I'm not sure why they input a game center onto this app. Now to the right of messages, we have the cart. This is exactly what it sounds like. This is where all your things get stored when you're thinking about buying them. This does get full at 100 items. So after 100 items, you can't put in anything else, which I think is unreasonable because I like to look at things, save them, really think about if they're going to add to my life, if I really need these items, and sometimes that can take a while. So in the meantime, I'm adding other things. I would just appreciate it if maybe we could bump it up to like 500. Then at the bottom of your cart, you'll have things that have expired. So these are things that are no longer being sold or they're sold out. What I love about the cart here is that when you add up certain things together, it will tell you the price of it. So let's say I have a budget of $100. I can click certain things and make sure that I stay within my budget. Now, when you buy something from AliExpress, you have to keep in mind that things are coming from very far away, and so shipping can take up to a month. I want to say the fastest I've ever gotten something has been probably 2 weeks. And the longest I've had to wait for something was maybe 3 months. So if you've got something planned, shop way in advance just to be safe. And at the bottom, there's a more to love section. Almost every page on AliExpress has a recommended items or more to love. So on each item, you'll notice that there's a little bubble next to the name of the store, and there's a little bubble next to the actual item. This is so that just in case you have more than one item from one store, you can select which item you'd like to buy or which item you'd like to get rid of, or you can select the whole store and buy everything from that store. So I'm going to select these and get rid of them. Then lastly, to the right, we have account. This is basically your profile. You'll have your name, the country where you're from, some settings up here. You can even upload a profile picture. The only reason I use this is to get a quick overview of what's going on with my orders. So right underneath your name, you can see your orders that are unpaid, your orders that need to be shipped, your orders that have been shipped, and your orders that need to be reviewed. AliExpress is very big on getting you to review products. I think rightly so, because that's how a lot of us make our decision on what to purchase. If it's a designer product, try and blur out the designer name, because that can get a vendor banned or that item taken off. But write a detailed description of how it looks exactly the same as the authentic item instead. I also use this page for my wish list. You can use your wish list however you want, but I use my wish list to save things that might not have reviews yet. So I want to save them in a place where I can come back that isn't my cart, because I'd rather save my cart as a place where I know this is a good quality item. I've looked at the reviews, I trust it, I've got my size and my color all picked out, and when I'm ready to go, I can just check out. I like to use my wish list as more of, we're not sure about this item yet, maybe there's not enough reviews, not enough photos, or it's a little bit on the pricier side, we're still thinking about it. To the right of the flag in the right hand corner is your settings. You can adjust settings to your profile, your shipping address, the currency, the language, notification settings. And underneath your name, you can check out viewed. And these are all the items that you viewed and on which day. Also, each vendor has their own policies on whether you can get your money back or you don't, or they'll ship you a new item. For the most part, I've heard a lot of good things about people getting their money back if the item doesn't show up, or if it shows up like a little worn. The more established vendors that have a lot of reviews, a lot of orders, they tend to be more reliable. But if you're taking a chance with someone that doesn't have a lot of reviews or orders, I would be wary that the item you're getting might not be up to your standards and you might not get your money back. That being said, as long as you do your research, double check everything, you should be fine. I could go into how to shop for designer items on AliExpress, but I feel like this video is going to be very long already, very talkative. So take some of these tools and use them, and happy shopping. Thanks for hanging out.